All right, I'm gonna get super real with you here. Okay. The reason why your SMMA is mid is because you're doing a few of these things that are not beneficial to your growth. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that quickly. Now, when I realized these points in my own business, I quickly made the shifts. And it's simple, but it's not easy to do. All right. And I'm talking about building a truly great product. Okay. Some people aren't meant to build products. Some people are better off doing just sales. Some people are better off just doing marketing. But if you can build a good product that serves your clients fully, then your marketing agency, your SMMA, is going to take off. Okay. Now, I know I've preached in other videos. It's basically like, find your one offer, your one service that you offer to that one market and scale from there, which 100%. But when you're marketing that thing, you're marketing your offer to the desire of the current market, right? Everything else after that is you building upon the product. So, what do I mean by this? Well, essentially, what you need to be focusing on is having your own proprietary method. Okay, so yes, you might be marketing TikTok ads to e-commerce companies, but so is everybody else right now. And it becomes just a bloody ocean of everybody fighting over the same piece of the pie, unless you were early to the market and you were first, and then that just becomes your thing. Now, while that is your thing, right? Let's say you're doing TikTok ads or UGC content or ad creatives for TikTok and e-commerce brands, you need to build upon that in your own proprietary method and build a better service around what it is you currently have to serve those clients going forward. A lot of agency owners get comfortable just kind of doing the same thing and just be like, oh, well, we're just going to stick to this forever. And then they wonder why nobody wants Facebook ads anymore, right? Unless that's just like your thing, you were top of the market, you were first. But there comes a pivot period where you need to start building on your product even more, right? You still offer the main thing that the market wants, but you build upon it in the back end because then you over deliver. So for example, Cole Gordon, he offers or he sells sales systems and sales training and setters. Okay, that's his thing, sales guy. And then on the back end, everything else is like business operations, right? So how to be efficient, tracking, sales processes, all these things that are additional add-ons to make his service even better, right? Now, as an agency, you need to be thinking in the same light because if you just sit in this red ocean with all these other SMMAs, then you're just going to get grouped in and you're just not like you might get a few clients, but after that, it's just going to start to fizzle out, right? At least if you know that you're building your product on the back end, these clients that you might currently have can then recommend you to other people that need your operation systems in the back end. They need your sales processes. Even though you do TikTok ads, they can recommend you for and give you referrals for that as well. But even more so, you start to drum up more business when your processes behind the ads itself start to become more advanced and you learn the processes better than anybody else and build a better product around that. So that's the first thing, right? The first thing that your agency is probably going to start suffering from or already is suffering from is just a lack of a proprietary method, a lack of a solid built out product that is different from the rest of the market. Okay. Second thing is you stop filling your pipeline. Okay. You get comfortable with the clients that you do have and you think, yeah, well, we close these 5K per month deals. We're getting them good results and we're gonna keep going at it from here. Maybe just find a couple referrals here and there, and you get kind of complacent. That's a mistake that I made earlier on too. I just got complacent with a couple clients that I was taking on, and I was getting like starting to actually get some money, and I was able to move out and all this stuff. And then I immediately found out that that was not the right thing to be doing because at any point in time, a client can leave and they just change their mind like that, and you have to adapt fairly quickly in order to stay ahead and continue to grow. So what you need to be doing is filling your pipeline. Now, you're probably thinking as like an agency owner, well, I already went through doing all the initial outreach and the cold calling, and I just don't really want to do that, or I just don't really want to build out a team of setters to go ahead and cold call, or I don't want to go and rely on referrals, or I don't want to go out to these marketing events and go shake a bunch of hands. Like probably things that you started doing in the initial stages of your business, you don't want to continue doing, and that's fair. As the business owner, you should focus on the highest leveraged opportunity right now that you should be focused on. But essentially what you need is you need an in-house system in order to come and take care of that process, but you should always have at least somebody in there executing on this for you. Outside of having automations and whatnot, you should always keep your pipeline full. Now, what does that really look like? Okay, there's inbound, but inbound typically comes through if you're doing like a lot of content, you could be doing ads. And then there's outbound, which is more so you have a team, you have a process, you have a system in place that you can replicate at ease and have an efficient method, reliable and predictable way of acquiring your ideal client, just like picking it off a shelf and grabbing it and being like, I want to work with this person right here. Essentially, that's what you want to have at will for whenever you need to obtain a new client, bring somebody else on, and just keep filling your pipeline. You could always use email marketing in the back end as well, stuff like that. But I just highly recommend that the two main things that are going to separate your SMMA, your agency, from everybody else is number one, having a proprietary method in place that is going to separate you from the rest of the competition and building out a product that is unmatched. Okay, you continue to build out a product that is unmatched because of what the market is telling you that they want, what your current clients are struggling with. You build the solutions to their problems while working with them. And then on the other flip side of that is you need to fill your pipeline consistently, even if you don't even feel like bringing on clients right now, or you need to focus on fulfillment. You should always still have your pipeline filled up and keep going after people that could be an even better fit than with current clients that you're working with right now. Okay, so don't get complacent. You got to stay hungry, especially with the building out a product thing, because this is something that I had to learn within 2022. Is it's not enough just to do appointment setting. It's not enough just to do lead generation. You need to always be learning and constantly stay ahead of the pack with some of the best practices in the game, the best strategies, the best systems, and build out the solutions to your clients' problems. That's why with my growth consultancy, we made the switch. We were appointment setting, lead generation. We then built out systems, became a growth consultancy, and then solved multiple problems while consulting our clients at scale. So now what it looks like is building out their team of growth specialists and sales development reps, putting systems in place so that the business owner themselves don't have to be executing all of the sales processes, and they don't even have to be taking the sales calls themselves. We'll put a process and a team in place that can do that for them. So essentially, it's like that, right? You're building out more of the product. So I hope that really makes sense. But your solution really just lies in having like an in-house system in your agency that you can thrive with. You're building out a solid product. You're continuing to keep your pipeline full. You have an in-house system that's reliable, it's consistent, it's predictable. You know where you're getting your next client from. And that is really a feeling that puts you at ease when you go to bed at night as a business owner, because if you don't know where your next meal is coming from, your back's against the wall, the fire's under your ass, and then things get a little bit dicey. But it's never a bad thing to have some urgency, but you definitely want to go to bed at night knowing you know where your next client is coming from and you have a predictable system in place. So that's it for this video. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. If you guys liked it, leave a thumbs up. Questions down in the comments. Feel free to go book a call if you want to learn more about how we can build an in-house system for your business and scale you up this 2023. And subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.